Docking granted. Entering system. Grand exchange. Entering Grand Exchange 4. Docking granted. Successfully docked.
Welcome.
You here for the nanites? Here you go. I owe that boron a favor, so don't worry about the cost. You do know it's illegal without the proper license, right? Don't get caught with it.
Entering Grand Exchange 1.
How wonderful! You are here to deal with that sensor-distorting ship? Your much-anticipated arrival fills me with considerable relief and delight.
Docking granted.
Quickly, come in. I cannot be sure, but it seems like we have an intruder. Perhaps some long-dormant entity has awoken inside this facility. Or maybe beings from the parallel realm have found a way through.
Sorry to disappoint. It's just little old me. Don't look so shocked. I should be the one who's surprised to see you running this place, of all people.
Intruder, would you be so kind as to take 2 steps back so that I can enact the purge protocols?
And you, dear Boron. A group of Split approached me to track you down. Luckily for you, I find such tasks rather troublesome. After the scale plate situation worsened, my ship was targeted. We didn't have much of a chance and only a handful of us managed to escape in our pods. Once I was sure the survivors were safe, I started to piece together what happened. Reen turned herself in to the Argon police. She's working with them to help disrupt scale plate activities in Argon space. It appears that she didn't follow my instructions closely enough.
A plan which hinges on the conduct of criminal madmen is not much of a plan at all.
If you observe something long enough, you can account for anything, even madmen. I started to hear rumors of a mysterious station appearing out of nowhere. Given that I just lost my pride and joy, I was looking for a new start. So, I broke in. I was expecting to sweet-talk some top-secret government folks, but everything led to the boron. And you.
You are an interloper.
I'm the best damn interloper this side of the multiverse. With my analytic abilities, your resources, and the boron's prickly demeanor, we can do anything. What do you say? You won't regret it. I'll start measuring this room up so I can get my equipment in.
You will do no such thing. This is my laboratory.
You'll hardly know I'm here.
Hello there. Now then, we should be able to begin our research. I look forward to seeing how this turns out. Hello there. Yes, exactly. Somehow, it is managing to distort the station's sensors, preventing me from witnessing a solar event in the Great Reef Nebula. I suggest you take care of this annoyance before it manages to disrupt even more observations.
How's it going?
Awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders.
Docking granted.
Greetings. I am Dr. Rick Feynman, Chief Scientist of the O-Berth and in charge of Project Genesis. Our research vessel is currently observing anomalies and gravimetric shears in this region. Oh, it's just part of our gravimetric studies. For now, it's just a mass of data from our sensors, but we'll publish our research once it is concluded. Anything else? We are currently lacking antimatter cells to complete our observations. If you can organize a delivery to this vessel, we'll be able to greatly advance our timetable.
It appears that they are researching the same anomaly which brought the station over here. Most of the gravimetric charge dispersed during that event, but they brought quite an array of equipment to examine the traces. Let us hope that this satisfies their curiosity and leads to their departure.
Will they be able to use those traces?
Just barely. This examination proves most useful for reconstructing the events of the electrical discharge.
Hey there, partner. How's it going? I've looked into and analyzed the socio-political forces at play in the split territories. However, that is not a conversation to hold over comms. Let's meet in person.
Docking granted. Successfully docked.
can. Thank you.
Docking granted. Successfully docked.
Our research team thanks you for your cooperation. We need your help in putting this antimatter to good use. We will need ships at the specified locations to initiate a synchronized long-range scan. We will be enlisting, but if you have any friends who could join us, now would be a good time to ask them along.
Awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders.
It looks like you're positioning your ship for the synchronized scan. Please try to be precise. We don't want junk readings cluttering up our database. Once you initiate the scan from your ship, the other captains will follow your lead. Very good. We are receiving the data stream. We've got what we were after. Thank you for your support. We're far from home, short on hands, and have additional tasks which need doing. If you're interested, please meet me on our ship.
Docking granted. Successfully docked.
Greetings. Losing access to our research facility was what prompted this expedition. Now we have not only located our facility, but also taken precautions. If it disappears from under our noses again, we won't have such a hard time tracking it down. You must surely have heard stories about the Boron, once known as a wise and noble people. The community of planets hasn't heard anything from them in quite a while, so we don't know what happened to them after the gate shut down, or even if there are any of them left out there. However, one of them is still among us, and from what we can gather, he is a renegade and has turned criminal. Can't really blame him. If I were trapped in the midst of Agnu societies for decades, I too would be tempted to take advantage, one way or the other. This one chose to take our station to reside in. Anything else? After Sagarian intelligence identified the Boron as the perpetrator in this incident, we had them dig deeper. He had connections to split criminals. They, however, went off-grid and remain somewhat of a mystery. Either way, the Boron is well connected among and backed by various shady characters. His own technical proficiency, paired with the criminal network he built around himself, makes him capable of anything. Do not underestimate this criminal. Anything else? Despite the noble reputation the Boron hold, this particular specimen has clearly signaled his intentions by stealing a station. Since we can't be sure what else he might be capable of, it's imperative that we don't make him see us as his enemy. We can't risk making him aware of our intent, otherwise we won't stand a chance against any measures he decides to take. Proceed with caution, and do not allow any intel to be leaked to the Boron. Anything else? We've prepared some software which will help us regain access, but our ship isn't really inconspicuous enough to plant it on our station. The malware should be subtle enough to go unnoticed by the current occupant. It will be your job to plant it at this location, identified by our analyst. According to the annotation on the station plans, there should be a signal leak next to what looks like either a valve or a window, but you'll find out when you get there.
Assistant! What in the name of the Queen do you think you are doing here? Will this help the vexatious ship to conclude its interfering business? Well, I suppose it will. In that case, please be so kind as to infiltrate the station with their malware so that I can take a look at it.
You had better keep up appearances so as to not arouse suspicion. And if Bozo has it under control, all the better.
Assistant, I have fabulous news indeed. I took a look at their malware, and I'm quite sure I have figured out what the Sagarian researchers are after. I am sending you the file I prepared for them. Please deliver it to their chief scientist with my best regards.
What is it now? What is this? He gave you our research? Unbelievable! But you were supposed to plant software. How did that happen? I clearly underestimated this Boron and his capabilities. This means we can continue with Project Genesis. It is our uttermost priority. We'd better not make an enemy of the Boron, so we'll leave him in possession of our station for the time being. We'll have to come back better prepared if we want to recover our station. I didn't think we'd make progress this fast. Regardless, we could do with a little more of your assistance. You'll be helping one of our associates in acquiring research that is vital to Project Genesis. In short, our future. The Sagaris pioneers aspire to take a step up in the galactic community. Project Genesis will help us build a foundation for our new future. An independent scientist. Let me contact them.
Oh.
Greetings. We are sending you the pilot you requested.
Is this creature qualified?
Yes. No, don't worry. This one's at least a 2-star pilot.
Expecting her at the experiment site.
Okay, she is heading your way. That's settled. Report to Kuramon Kami. They are experimenting with a phenomenon in the void and will instruct you on your part once you get there. This may seem unconnected at first, but rest assured, you are helping mold our future. It seems that you are missing crucial spacesuit equipment. Take this with you. It will be useful later on.
What is it exactly that they're trying to achieve?
They are hoping to colonize a planet as a new home for their people. The Terrans once meddled with such terraforming technology, which resulted in the creation of the Xenon. Let us hope that the Sagara's pioneers are not repeating their mistake. To help us develop effective engine modifications, we must be sure to have the best in antimatter sensor technology. You may expect the best to come from the scientific world, but no. It was the racing leagues who pushed sensors to new heights. To encourage new racing talent and investment in the sport, several challenges have been set up where you can... The irritating ship has gone. Finally! The Great Reef Nebula is no longer cloistering itself behind that peculiar radiation. Well done, Assistant.
Entering system. Grand exchange.
This is essentially a time trial, so you will need a fast ship.
Our next objective is to infiltrate a station which is worth hacking. One that is producing bears of value. The Maestro has informed me of which wares we require, so I took the liberty of identifying a suitable station for you to infiltrate. And by infiltrate, I mean dog at. No need to make things harder on yourself than they have to be. But, if you ever want to hack a station which won't allow you to dock, you can always get aboard a ship heading for that station, and circumvent its docking security that way.
I am marking the end position for you. You must simply reach the destination in the allotted time. Prepare yourself. Go!
Entering Grand Exchange 3. Very good work. I have submitted your results to the governing body of the sport. You can go and collect your prize. Docking granted. Danger.
Greetings. Excellent. Here you go. Greetings. Thank you. Perhaps we could maybe strike a deal. Goodbye.
Docking granted.
Hello there. Now then, we should be able to begin our research. I look forward to seeing how this turns out.
How's it going? So, here's what I've learned from the Alliance of the Word about the reconnected systems. The outcasts and criminals seek safe haven with the free families, while the proud families organize under the High Patriarch Zyarth. The patriarchal court is quite aloof and too isolated to interfere. A lot of well-connected parties try to influence politics there, and as political outsiders, we won't stand a chance. The free families, however, are a messy bunch. Political structures here are quite obscure, but they also are not as established. Nevertheless, they are a formidable force and can turn the tide for the split. This is why we need to establish better connections there, to learn how to use the political situation for our benefit. It won't be easy. From what I've gathered, most split are not particularly keen on working with outsiders. The most important event in recent split history was the battle at the Fires of Defeat. With this decisive battle, the Zyarth Patriarchy subdued a coalition of free families. The Patriarchy has already established a court and their own police force within free family space. I'll take a ship to their trade station to learn more about the intricacies of their economy. Bozo will help me work through their data.
I must say, I am quite curious on what can be deduced from reading company registrations and financial movements.
With the reconnection of the gates, there are still some split who are concluding their business here in order to return to their families and culture. In order to learn more about them, you should offer a ship as a means of transport. I have found one split in particular who, I suspect, is well connected with either the free families or the patriarchy occupation there. He aroused some suspicion. Apparently, he makes the trip regularly under different names, so he could be some sort of smuggler who potentially has ties to the other side. You should help him out in order to learn more about him. Maybe befriend him in order to make him share his connections.
Be careful not to accidentally join his unlawful smuggling operation while transporting him.
That's all I have for you at the moment. He requests to be transported in an S-sized ship. I'll update you on his position as soon as I know more. I've got a lock on his current location. Transmitting data now.
Great work.
Entering Grand Exchange 4. Entering system 18 billion. Entering system. Memory of Prophet. Docking granted.
Splendid! Now make your way into the engineering section, without attracting too much attention.
Can confirm Arcadian Endeavor close by. Ready to grab spoils.
Look for a terminal marked Storage System Control Panel and insert the security decryption system. These hacking devices are single-use, so make sure you hack the correct terminal. I can see you've compromised their system. The station is ejecting... Well done, Chipmunk.
Moving in now. Chipmunk, back to your ship. Grab what you can.
Thanks for your help.
far against us. Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
We have collected all we can. This certainly was a very successful encounter. Chipmunk, chosen. You executed your role flawlessly. Allow yourself to be proud of